Hey, Scott.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
I feel
Appreciate it.
like I'm in Doctor Strange or something with
I
your background.
know.
Yeah. It's quite a background. I love it, but it's in keeping with this
Yeah.
remarkable film. Um, I watched it this afternoon, and it took me back. And this has nothing to do with your film. But the first time when I was a teenager and saw Joel Schumacher's Batman Forever, which was this big neon
Yeah.
kind of experience, and it
Yeah.
just was kind of overwhelming, which this was as well. So I just wondered what the inspiration is, because I know you've been sitting on this idea for a while. What was the catalyst and what was the inspiration for all of it?
Inspiration was my deep love for like American folklore and folk music and kind of mountain Appalachian mountain music and stories about troubadours and travelers, and it's just kind of ingrained in American mythology, and then combining that with my love of like 80s dystopian sci-fi movies. I just thought like, oh, those are two things I've never seen together that I would really love to blend because I'm very passionate about both of them. And so, yeah, it was just taking kind of collaging together all the things that I love in music and film and seeing if they could live together.
You wrote all the music yourself, I
Yeah.
believe, which is
Yes.
just an extraordinary achievement unto itself. What was the difference for you between having your own music and maybe not utilizing the music of the period that everybody's is so ingrained in people's memories? What was the reason behind that?
I wanted to create my own world with this thing, and I wanted it to be a rock opera. I wanted to use songs to tell the story. I wanted to do it in a different way, and I wanted to, instead of having to like try to find the perfect song to tell a moment, I would be able to write the lyrics and the tune uh, to work for the character. So it was ambitious and insane, but it was really what I was driven to do. It was like the movie that I wanted to see and hear. So that's where we ended up. Yeah.
It seems to be a kind of a move back to kind of quote unquote old Hollywood recently, where there's been a lot more originality rather than we've had 10, 15 years of the same kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And now people are you just look at something like Honora, which won Best Picture at the
Yeah.
Oscars. How important is it for you that now these movies are being a bit more supported, whereas maybe 10 years ago, maybe one of the reasons why you took so long for you to get it made, that it's starting to be embraced again?
I mean, it's so exciting. That's what we want. We want new stories. We want new styles. We want to push the form forward. We don't want to just kind of see the same things over and over again. So it gives me hope for the future, at least on the creative side.
How much easier was your job made when you cast Sadie?
Yeah.
Because I know you're probably looking for someone specific. She's brilliant in Stranger Things, but she's been this amazing performer as well and
Yeah.
singer, and we've
Yeah.
seen bits of it in other things that she's done. How much easier did your job become when you managed to get
That
her on board?
it was after that it was a piece of cake. She did all the work. It was in a lot of ways it was just about me casting the right person, and boy, do we catch the right person for this character. There's only one. There was only one person who could do it. It was her.
The world itself, I mean, it feels ginormous. I know you probably use lots of different techniques
Yeah.
to do it. In terms of bringing it to life, was it a big undertaking, or was it easier than you had previously imagined?
No, it was it was so hard. It was so hard. Yeah, it was. We had a pretty limited budget that we were working with, and so we didn't want to do a lot of green screen or anything like that. So we ended up going to Croatia and finding these strange little sections of their cities and weird little alleys, and then building up upon that. And Scott Dugan, the production designer, really built like a small city for us. Um, and then there's it's a big story. So you start on the farm and you end up in some sort of like nightmare casino situation. So we had to build all of those places, and it was complicated and difficult, and everyone kind of bled for it.
As a final question, I'm going to ask your cast this as well. Obviously, Odessa is the hero of the story. If you, as a person, were in her shoes and you got to pick a musician, dead or alive, to be your partner in crime in your own kind of version of this story, who would you want to pick?
I would pick either Tom Waits or David Bowie.
I just felt like someone was going to throw David Bowie out
Yeah,
today. I just
yeah,
thought it was
yeah.
quite in keeping. It's just a shame he's not with us because he fit perfectly into this.
Yes, well, it was written for him in mind. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He was a big influence on. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Well, there we go then. I read that right then.
Yeah.
Jeremy, I wish you all the best with this one. Thank you so much
man.
for your
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Cheers.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey you guys!
Hey, you guys!